Not every prairie dot becomes a town. Some places are just names on a map, a siding on a railway, or a grain elevator standing alone against the wind. Shonts and Poe aren't towns in the traditional sense, but they've got stories. And one of them? Well, it had a name that locals still laugh about. Hello and welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. Shonts was established in 1909 as a railway siding. Named after Theodore Perry Shonts, a U.S. railroad executive, it never grew into a full town. But the elevators became fixtures. The first built by the Security Elevator Company, then joined by a second built for Hanna and Carver Grain Company. The second one still stands today. The first elevator? It was moved to Calgary's Heritage Park in 1967, where it now serves as a museum piece, a prairie relic preserved for future generations. Most folks driving past Shonts probably think there's just one elevator, but once there were two. And for years, the one still standing had a bit of a reputation. Someone, whose identity remains a local mystery, added a few letters to the side, transforming Shonts into Dirty Shorts. The paint's faded now, barely legible, but the story still floats around like the prairie dust. My sister-in-law's sister-in-law claims she knows who did it. I'm not saying she's right, but I'm not saying she's wrong either. Poe is even quieter. No founding date, no post office, no town square. Just a solitary elevator and a name that's easy to miss unless you're looking for it. It's the kind of place that makes you wonder who built it, who used it, and why it still stands when everything else has faded. These elevators were not just storage, they were landmarks, beacons for farmers hauling grain, symbols of progress, and gathering points for the communities that never quite became towns. The mystery isn't why these elevators are here, it's why they're still here. Long after the rail lines slowed down and the towns disappeared, Shonts and Poe remain, not because they're needed, but because they're remembered. The sidings are gone, the trains no longer stop, but the tracks are far from quiet. This stretch is part of the main line between Winnipeg and Edmonton, with dozens of trains rumbling past every day. The elevators do not move, but the prairie still does. Today, Shonts and Poe are quiet in their own way. No traffic, no storefronts, no chatter. Just wind, wood, and the steady thunder of the trains passing by. But in their silence, they speak volumes. About the ambition of early settlers, about the fragility of rural life, and about the beauty of things that endure, not because they're useful, but because they matter. So if you've enjoyed this little journey, give that like button a tap. It's free and oddly satisfying. If you haven't subscribed yet, just know I share a new small town story every week, weather permitting, of course. Feel free to pass this along to your aunt, your neighbor, or that one friend who still thinks Alberta ends at Calgary. They need this more than they know. And you'll find Gradient Imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because apparently I'm not busy enough. But until next week, drive safe, wave at strangers, and take the scenic route.